I just want to ride with the top down so my hair can blow in the wind. I'm like, baby, kind of don't have that much hair right now.
Don't say that.
You are this poor woman suffering through the chemotherapy, the radiation, the medicine, and took it like a champ because you knew that he needed this.
Having a fruitful sex life in my marriage has always been a top priority for me. I want it.
I think a lot of women do that because you want your mate, your spouse.
Ain't no woman I'm be faking nothing.
The chronicles of Kimmy and Maurice's sex life continues, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and get into you guys. It's Mary. And you might just like, subscribe, comment down below, y'all, because they sat down. Carlos he did not hold back. You know, I do feel like Carlos be too much in the yakba suit. I really do feel like that.
He really is.
But he did make some good points, I guess. He did say if people think that you're being sexually abused, sexually violated, I think he said something like that, some crazy stuff, like, I almost choked on my pineapple juice, man. And then also that she was this poor woman who was rolling over and taking it. I wish they would have played the full thing, so Kimmy can be reminded what he said, because it seemed like she forgot, and she was like, I wanted it too. I wanted it too. It's not just about him. My thing is, do you want it when you're rocking back and forth in pain and you're wincing in agony because he needs it? Do you want it then? Or do you want it when you have energy and you're having a good day with this whole cancer stuff? So my thing, I felt like she was trying to cover him. And my thing is there was so much contradicting statements. And also, when I saw Maurice sat down there with Marcel talking about how Kimmy she doesn't want to be having sex, but she just wants to have the windows down and have the wind in her hair and all this stuff. And he said, well, you ain't got that much hair, baby, to be doing it. Like, what a-hole say that?
Now what I'm thinking, I think what he was trying to say was that, okay, you want the... I think he was trying to say it's okay that you fake it because you're going to fake that you have hair and the wind is in your hair, right? So, I mean, you're doing that anyway. Then why isn't it okay for you to be faking it or whatever, like with me, so that I can get off? But even that actually sounds worse. Maurice. You know what I'm saying? But I think maybe that's what he was trying to say.
My thing is Kimmy wears weave, so she's not going to actually feel it on her actual hair or scalp. Like, so my thing is, why would you even say that? And then I just thought it was very cool. Like, that's something that you say in the back room, like with your brother. With your brother, like when nobody's around, like no wife, no kids, like nobody is around. Not even your own mother is around. Yes. That's when you say that. Really, you should say that at all because this is about your wife. Like, let's just make that clear. Like, you don't say that at all. Yeah. But you said that on TV, and Kimmy looked a little like.
And you know, I don't even remember. I guess we didn't watch that particular.
I didn't know. No, we did not. We did not watch that, honey. I was just like, my God. We actually had to play that back about 3 different times.
Like, did he really say that?
He got some serious a-hole tendencies. That's all I'm going to say. Because that was just
whole ass.
Yeah, like both of the brothers, they just have that, and I'm just like, what went wrong in the upbringing? Or I don't want you to say upbringing.
They don't have the compassion.
They don't have compassion,
but
empathy.
Maurice's stuff, that was another level. I felt.
Like he tried to cover and say that I'm a better person behind this or whatever.
And I felt as though even the question that Carlos asked was, even though he did ask that question, that this is what people thought, and he was very, very careful to say this is what people thought. But when he first started talking about it, he's talking about Maurice trying to get sexual healing. This is not sexual healing. What he did wasn't, there's no healing to it.
No, you know that song?
I know the song, but he's not getting any sexual healing. This was not something for us to even make a joke about.
Yeah.
Or like, but then he said,
but so for
Carlos himself, it's about sexual healing.
No, but I don't think Carlos likes women. So that's why he says
but then he says, but this is what people thought. So even him, so the sensitivity just wasn't there in even
with all the men really on stage
question and stuff like that.
I would say almost, if anything, I would say all the men on stage don't have a very serious decline and empathy and sympathy towards women.
Yeah.
Like it's just not there with the whole cast of men. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Which I feel like definitely needs to be addressed because there's some issues going on. But I just felt like him also saying that now that I know, like I want you when we're having it, I want you to be there also. You said she rolled over basically like a dog and took it, and you did not care, even though she was in pain or whatever.
And you
like,
knew that she was taking one for the team.
Like you say, you want you guys to both be there. That's a whole lie. You actually did not care. That's why a lot of people said that's like someone who rapes
Getting
people.
Off
because that's what.
How do you get off when you know that this your wife, your woman, like is in pain?
Like that's what those predators do, like you see on Evil Lives Here. That's how they get off. When somebody is in pain and they don't want it. That's how they
fearful and all that stuff.
That's how they get their stuff. So when you said that, that's why people took it to such an extreme.
Yes.
Because that's what it sounds like.
Because you took it there.
Yeah, you took it there.
The way what you're doing is extreme.
She's suffering through it, and she rolls over and she takes it. What the hell is that?
Yeah.
Serious issue with the men on stage.
Yeah.
Like there has to be a conversation about that show. I'm not going to group all black men because that's not my experience with the black men in my family or whatever. But with those black men, that show specifically, there has to be a conversation about the lack of empathy and
there
sympathy.
actually are some asses in my family.
Yeah, there is, but I'm not saying. Yeah, there are. We're not saying that the men in our family are perfect, but we're not here to air out our dirty laundry.
But just to say that, I know I've said that before, but
we've had some developments.
There'll be some developments. There's some assholes.
Yeah,
there's a whole heck asses there. Just wanted to say that.
Hi, family. What?
You're not saying it, but I'm going to say it.
Just saying, we have family who watch the show. We have family friends. Anyway, that's a whole nother story, which I don't know if we will ever get into. But what
probably not. But at least let me say that.
I'm just saying, growing up, I grew up with really decent men. It's only until recently that we've had some development.
I can say it.
Yeah.
I can say it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's okay. You don't have to say it.
Is it raining? Okay, anyway, where the hell was I actually when we decided to take this U-turn? Let's back to Kimmy and Maurice. Yes, let's get back on the right path. So Kimmy and Maurice, I do think that yes, there has to be a conversation about the lack of empathy and sympathy towards women amongst these group of men, because it's about every single man on that stage or whatever. Definitely Martell. And with the whole conversation with the big O and Martell getting upset and being so crass, like talking about her like she's not even there. And what he was saying is stays wet.
Yeah, well, you see, that's the issue. You're effing women. See?
You're not.
How
it's two
how are
people.
they getting the O if you're effing them? Yeah. So, That's it.
That
right
told
there.
me all I needed to know.
Yeah, that's it right there. That. If it was a W, then it's a D. Just you saying that.
Yeah, because my thing is also being able to really,
there's no love for
even
the way you talked about what you do to them. It's like what you're doing to them. It's not like an enjoyment together. You see the difference?
Yeah.
I am effing them. This is actually you're doing to them. It's like there's no participation.
It's just two people, not one.
Yeah.
So,
but see, he's doing the doing.
Yeah.
If you're doing the doing, how do you even know what's going on with her?
And men don't know. There's no. Anyway, men don't know. So you can't say, "Oh, I know for a fact."
Yeah. The ones who are actually great lovers, they do, because they're in tune. All are not in tune. I don't know if there's a class y'all need to go to, because it just doesn't seem as though a lot of you don't know much about this particular topic. You don't. Like, I don't care how many people you've been with. You just, the practice doesn't make perfect, because you're not even trying to practice. You're just trying to get a notch on your belt. The women I am effing. Look at the crass way within which you talk about something. Making love to someone is the highest form of expression of love between two people. Do you even grasp that when you're? Of course you don't.
My thing is also, I think it's not necessarily a class that needs to be taken, but that stuff comes when you genuinely really love and care about somebody, and you care about them as a person, like on so many, like as a person,
That's
spiritually,
when
mentally, emotionally,
your
physically,
is awakened.
it's intact. That.
Like
so
when
if you don't
you're
have that,
like
there's
someone
no class that's going to help
There's
you.
no
You have
conscience.
to, yeah.
There's no conscience. There's no that fire in us that comes from the Creator. You have dimmed it so much that it's not even like it's so darkened. Like the light is not flickering within you, and so it's almost like your humanity is getting lost. And we see it in the way you talk about. This act is supposed to be such a sacred, loving act. Look at the way you talk about it.
I know. Hot mess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Okay.
Kimmy, blink twice if you need help. But yeah.
Like Courtney too.
Hello. But it is Mary.
Hello.
I bet you guys are like,
Subscribe.
and comment down below.